Hey friends, how's it going? I have missed you so much. I took last week off because, like I said on my classroom page, my son had a little motorcycle accident, like a dirt bike accident, and he broke his foot and he had a little concussion, so I spent some time taking care of him, but he's doing much, 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 much better, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Whoever you guys out there, my students that have dirt bikes, take it easy, because that stuff can get crazy. Okay. So my good thing is that my son is good, and I'm so happy that he's gonna be all right. And my second good thing is that I'm getting a puppy. So we found an Amish family down on the Indiana border that just incidentally had a litter of golden retriever puppies, and we're gonna get her in June. I'm so excited. When I get her, it's gonna be a girl. I'll show you pictures of her, okay? I know I've been talking about this for a while, and I'm so excited. I'm very excited. We're going over names, so we're thinking about Pearl. I like Pearl. Or Stella. I like Stella. Or what else did I like? Maisel. Miss Maisel. I like Miss Maisel. It's a good show on TV. And a couple of things. What else? Oh, I don't know. I think it's either going to be between Pearl or Stella. So let me know in the comments what you guys like, okay? So for my students, we only have 2 uploads left. So this is one, and then next Monday is also an upload. So what I've decided to do is do like a 2-part drawing. And so far we've been talking about, well, a lot of things. So I'm gonna turn to the page where we've been talking about. So you should have this page with the art elements on it. Remember last time we talked about space, positive and negative space with the feather drawing, right? And then we talked a lot about value. We've been practicing our value skill a lot, right? Trying to wrap a texture around an object so it looks real in 3D, following the contour edge, right? Right, okay. And then we talked about color a little bit with the hearts, and we talked about line. Implied line is a broken line. Wherever the light hits it, ding, it's usually a light line or like no line there. And then a weight line is underneath, and it implies mass, like something is heavy, okay? We talked about shape. Organic shapes are shapes found in nature, and geometric shapes are man-made shapes, right? We've been doing a lot of organic shapes mostly, right? We talked about texture. There's 2D and 3D. So trying to wrap a texture around an object is 2D, and then 3D goes with making the texture on a form. And the difference between shape and form is that form is 3-dimensional and shape is 2-dimensional, remember? Okay. So today our drawing is gonna be a combination of drawings that we have kind of put together before. So we were talking about a body of work. So when an artist does something called a body of work, it has a theme, right? And so our theme for this body of work is stay home and stay safe, right? So I started a drawing, and I didn't get as far as I wanted on it, but that's okay because I'm gonna draw upside down and draw along with you, of little birds. So here's my page, 3 little birds, and then I thought of the Bob Marley song, which I love. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing's gonna be all right. You know that song? Don't worry about a thing. I like to sing. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to focus on the negative and positive space. Remember how we talked about it should be 50-50? Okay, so in this drawing, my negative and positive shapes are pretty even. I think it looks 50-50 for a balanced, interesting drawing, right? Okay, so I'm gonna turn this upside down, and I drew it lightly on this page, and I'm gonna draw it along with you today. We're just gonna get the outside contour edges drawn, and then on next Monday's upload, we're gonna do our shading and our texture wrap, right? Okay, so let's put it down. I'm gonna turn this up, sorry. Turn this upside down, and tilt it down like that. I'm gonna get my glasses on because I cannot see without them. And I'm gonna push this back a little so I think it looks good. Okay, so here's my pencil. This is what you need. Like a regular pencil, and then I use also, I wanna call it a rapidograph, but it's not, it's a mechanical pencil. Works good, right? And if you don't have one of these, please get one of these. You know what I'm talking about, right? Ding, ding, ding. Sharpen it up, baby. You must have a sharp pencil. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of trace over what I've drawn because it's hard to draw upside down, right? So I've kind of given myself a little leeway. Let me scooch and make sure you can see. Okay, I hope you can see this. Maybe I'll zoom in a little. Oh gosh, how did I do that? What did I just do? Oh, I think I flipped. That's my ceiling. Let me flip it back. All right, flip back. Okay. Well, maybe I won't zoom in just yet because I want you to see the whole format of the page. And sometimes when I draw with my students, I actually draw 2 times. I draw once on the dot camera and then once on the actual size paper so you guys have an idea for that size scale relationship that we talked about. Size scale relationship. Your first size is connected to all your other sizes. So I'm gonna start by drawing 3 circles like this on my paper, right? And so I know that a bird's eye, the size of this I would say is kind of about the size of maybe an M&M, just a little bit smaller. And then I like to draw this little highlight and fill it in so I feel like I have a good start. So I'm just gonna draw a little highlight. Remember, a highlight is the brightest part of your drawing. It's that bing, that 0 on your value scale. That way I have a better indication of my lights and my darks. Okay, so I draw the little highlight, and maybe these eyes are a little too big, but I don't care. I guess I don't really care. Yeah, I think it's gonna be okay. And then I draw my highlight, and then I go in and fill in my dark, like that. Okay, so now I know where all 3 of these are gonna be spaced, because if I just did one bird in the center, it would be a little bit boring, and it wouldn't have that 50-50 for the negative positive space that I'm looking for to break up the shapes, okay? And I put a little top hat on him. I like it. There's nothing better than a top hat. This little guy has a beret. This guy has like a newspaper boy hat on. I like doing that with my drawings. I like adding weird little things to make them funny, okay? All right, so once you have the eyeball, take a curve around the top of the head, and I think I'll do each bird separately now that I have it plotted out where I want them. So do like a sideways C, like that. Add a triangle for the beak, and remember that form and function beak. These are kind of like robins, and robins' beaks are a little bit more shaped like this, I think. Maybe not, but pretty close. Maybe this is more like a, I don't know. Cardinal, yeah, okay. So next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a Nike swish for the body. So let's see. I'm gonna go just a little bit for his chin like that. And then like a Nike swish out like that, okay? See it? I'll do it again. Just a little line here and then a Nike swish out, and I'm not exactly following my lines, but that's okay. And then I'm pulling a line down. And then for his back, it's a pretty straight line like this. And then I just throw in like a W or a bunch of M's for the tail feathers. See it? Okay. And then I'm gonna do a second Nike swish for his wing, and I pull it back, and this is attached, this is his shoulder, so it's an implied line, it's open like that, okay? And then maybe I'll just throw in, like, to make it look kind of like a pyramid, a triangle. So I'm gonna make it looks kind of like a pyramid, I think. So go just like that, yeah? All right, so now I'm gonna draw the nest underneath, and the nest underneath is kind of like a bowl shape. So I think what I'm gonna do is start right about here and pull up a line for the bowl, and then maybe I'll come behind him a little bit, because in these she's sitting in her nest with her babies like this, right? Okay, and then I'm gonna give the bowl a little bit more dimension by pulling a line down like that. So this is like the inside of the nest, and it's gonna leave me room for babies in here. Do I wanna draw the babies today? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, let's do the next bird, okay? So next I did my eye, and then I'm gonna do that curve like a C, like that. And then I add a triangle like that, and I split it. Then I pull a line up and back like that. And then I do that little neck, like right here. And then I give her a little Nike swish, like that. See the Nike swish? Okay, and then next I pull a line straight, and I do like a W, like that. Got it? And if I'm going too fast for you, just slow it down. It's no big deal, right? Let me check and make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I think you're pretty good. I think you can see it. Okay. And then I'm gonna do a second Nike swish, and then leave this open for an implied line. Okay, good. And then I'm gonna put the bird in the bowl like this and curve a little line around like that. Okay, all right. So do the same thing for the last little girl. Pull around a C, do a triangle, split the triangle, and then pull a Nike swish up like that. And then a straight line back with a W or an M for the tail feathers. And then a Nike swish for the wings. Pretty simple, right? And then we'll just add that little bowl underneath like this. Like that. Okay. Got it? Okay. So now we're gonna start doing the negative space, and the negative space is, you guys have had me for a couple of years. I need a drink of water, hold on. Thanks. If you've had me for a couple of years, you know how I break up my negative space. I make a bunch of roads behind it, like a bird. When you see a bird in a tree, there would be a ton of overlaps, right? Because if you look up at a tree, you're gonna notice that the brambles are really, really intertwined. And sometimes I say, if you can draw a tree, you need to draw the letter V. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start at the branch, like right here, where the bowl is, pull out the letter V, like that, and then I'm gonna double it, like that, and then I'm gonna split it, like that. See how I put a V inside there, a smaller V? And then I pull it out, like that, and I pull it out, like that, and then I put a tinier V inside, and then I pull it off my page, just like that. Kids sometimes struggle with this. They have a hard time. They can't quite get this. So this is what I do. If you struggle with drawing the tree and the V, well, first of all, let me do it one more time. So I've drawn my V and I grow it up like this, and inside it, I tuck another V like that, because the nature of a tree is it's got fingers on it and they get smaller and smaller and smaller as they grow toward the sky, right? It's like it's reaching up for the sky. See how I tuck that V in there and then I pull it off my page like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna open this up and tuck a little V inside there like that, and then pull it off my page, and maybe I'll have these two connect, I don't know. Let's see how many, let's have a little contest and see who can do the most branches. I've had students that are really good at this. They can swirl their trees. That you can do a ton of things if you want to do, like, because there's different kind of trees, right? There's some trees that have branches that are a little bit curvy, right? So I'm gonna pull this line out and see how many, and here's my V. And I'm gonna pull this line out, tuck a V inside, pull it off the page, pull it off the page, tuck a V inside, off the page, and off the page, okay? See that? I'll do it a couple more times, and then I'm gonna show you an easier way to do this, but I think it looks better if you can start with the letter V, like right at the base of the bowl of the branch, just like that. And then you double it like this, right? And then you tuck a V inside like that. And then you pull it off your page, just like that. See it? Tuck a V inside, pull it off your page. No big whoop, right? No big deal. And then maybe down here, I'll do a V like this, right? And then I'll double it. And then I'll tuck a V inside like that. And then I'll pull it off my page like that. I really need to sharpen this pencil. All right, so, and maybe one more V up here. So I'll draw a V up here like that. And then I'll double it like this. See it? And then I'll tuck a V inside and a V inside. And then I'll pull the line off the page like that. Make sure you don't stop your V short like this and then just cap it off, because it looks better in the negative space if you, like, remember how I said break your borders last time? If you break your borders and pull your branches all the way off. Got it? Okay, so now I have some pretty good branches that have all my V's in it. Well, if it stresses you out to do that, here's a really super easy little trick. Just make a bunch of roads, and I'll start like maybe I'll start right here. I'm gonna draw a curve, run right into her head, hop down, draw another curve. So just think of it kind of like drawing a bunch of roads that are over like intersecting each other, right? You know what I mean? Like highways. Just draw a road, and then I'm gonna draw a road here, hop over top, and bring it up here. Oops, getting a little sloppy. Sorry. Bring it up here like that. Where's my eraser? It's gonna bug me because the bird's tail would probably be in front of that, right? And then this is really empty up here, so I need to draw, maybe I'll draw another V up here. Draw a V, and then double it, and then tuck a line in, pull out your V, pull out your V. You can do this like forever. Like you can just get your branches smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller if you want, right? But the trick is to probably try to get your negative and your positive space a little bit even, like a 50-50 deal. Does that make sense? All right, cool. And then I'm just gonna pull a road here and pull a road here, hop over top. Hop over top is an overlap, right? When we do drawings from nature, there's a ton of overlaps. And if you look up at a tree, it's really, really overlapped, one thing in front of the other. Hop over top, just like that. And so then I'm going through and just checking wherever there's kind of a, I'm gonna call it a bald spot, it's not really a bald, wherever there's like an open spot, just kind of fill it in like this. And here's a little bald spot here. No offense, bird, there's a bald spot. And then I'm gonna maybe pull it over here and hop over top like this. And then here, and maybe one here. And then maybe one here, like that, okay? All right, and then for this, I put on little ribbons, don't worry about a thing. Because you know, sometimes when birds make nests, they, I think this needs to be a little, sorry, live TV here. You know, when birds make nests, they, you know, gather twigs and stuff like that. I'm gonna change this bowl a little. So I'm just gonna draw like a little swag of a ribbon here so I know where it's at. I'm trying to make it big enough so I can have writing on it. And then I'll just pull a line down so it kind of looks like a ribbon. And I'll do the same thing down here. Here's my little swag, like that. Now, should I draw the babies? Yeah, I think I should draw the babies. Why wouldn't I? Oh, this one you're not gonna be able to see. I really need to change this one up. I'm gonna make this bowl a little tighter right here. And then we'll put the ribbon like right here. Like that. Okay, let me see if you guys can still see what I'm drawing. Yeah, I think you can see it pretty good, okay. All right, I'll draw a few babies and then I'm gonna kind of, well, no, what did I do last time? Yeah, I'm not done with the contour drawings yet. I'm gonna change this up a little. Okay, so the tail feathers, I'm gonna start layering the tail feathers like this a little bit. I'm just pulling in smaller, tighter W's over top of these because feathers are layered, right? Like that. And then I'm gonna draw the flight feathers. I have to stand up to do this because I'm gonna turn my body and not turn the paper because it's set up pretty right. Yeah, I think it is, okay. All right, so flight feathers, form and function, they would be longer at the base because they need lift off, right? And then they get tighter as they come up and attach to the body. And I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this. I'm just gonna do it really fast. Long flight feathers, like this. And then a little shorter, turning myself around. I really, come on now. Okay, watch me. Step 1, sharpen your pencil. Step 2, sharpen your pencil. Step 3, sharpen your pencil. Step 4, sharpen your pencil. You got it. Because I'm like drawing with a shoelace here. That's no good, right? You can't draw with a shoelace. Sharpen your pencil, you guys. You really, 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 really will appreciate it if you do. Okay, so here, are my flight feathers, like this. And I really kind of like this little series because my sister's a nurse. I have friends that are nurses. I have friends that are police officers. I have, my children that are working right now in the factory, and they're called first responders. And, it's a little scary going to work right now. So I just want to send a little message of, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right, right? Okay, should I draw some babies? I think this might be a big enough drawing for you guys. I think so. And I'm going to keep this one a little simple because what we're going to do next time, I think I'm going to turn this up for a second. Sorry. There you are. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do for next week's drawing is we're going to go in and we're going to add the details to this drawing, which are the value. And then over top of the value, we're going to add some texture. I know that we put in the lines for the feathers first, but we're going to do some shading over top and then do a little texture on top of that. Okay? All right. Yeah, I'm at 20 minutes. 21 minutes. I think that's a pretty good time, don't you think? Okay. So, I miss you guys. I miss coming to school a lot. And this is going to be over soon, and we're all going to be together again. And I'm super excited to see you guys again. I miss you so, so much. Okay? You take care of yourself and stay safe and stay healthy. And I will see you so soon. Bye.